In the ongoing scrutiny of the former president's actions, the question arises whether the term aspirational holds any legal weight. However, legal experts suggest that this specific terminology may not significantly impact the broader legal considerations at play. Instead, the focus is likely to shift towards evaluating the legitimacy of the request and whether it constitutes an attempt to solicit assistance from a state official in potential election tampering. Should this case proceed to a jury trial on charges related to the situation, the crucial factor under examination will be the nature of the former president's interactions with the Georgia election officials. The presented facts are described as compelling, revealing an exchange where the former president alternates between coercive tactics and encouragement towards the Secretary of State. The audio recording captures statements that could be interpreted as threatening, implying potential criminal consequences if cooperation is not provided. The former president reportedly sought just one additional vote to overturn his election loss in the state. Central to this evaluation is the context of the request itself. The proximity of this ask to the required number of votes for victory raises pertinent questions about intent and motivation behind the interaction. The oscillation between pressure and inducement further underscores the complexity of this issue, potentially serving as a compelling point for prosecution should the case proceed. Considering the potential impact on a jury, legal experts opine that the evidence, including the audio tape, could strongly support the prosecution's case. The recorded conversation could reinforce the perception of criminal conduct, echoing sentiments that have resonated since the tape's initial release. Turning to the preparations being made by the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, it becomes evident that they are actively anticipating the possibility of an indictment against the former president. Proactive measures, such as establishing a secure perimeter around the courthouse and transitioning some staff to remote work, demonstrate the seriousness with which law enforcement is approaching the situation. The sheriff's office reportedly invested months in readiness, sending teams to New York and Miami to gather insights on potential security protocols. Regarding the timeline for potential charges, sources indicate that the window for action began a few days prior and is expected to extend until the end of the month. Speculation suggests that charges could be brought forward within the next 2 weeks, potentially aligning with a mid-August timeframe. Shifting focus to the political landscape, it's notable that Georgia Democrats have been relatively reticent about addressing the indictments or legal matters surrounding the former president. Firstly, Democratic figures may be avoiding the perception of collusion with the Justice Department, thereby sidestepping accusations of politicizing the prosecutions. This approach is attributed to multiple factors. Secondly, the party appears to be prioritizing policy discussions on pressing matters such as healthcare, education, and the economy. These core issues are deemed crucial in resonating with voters and maintaining a focus on their constituents' needs, as evidenced by the recent election dynamics. In the context of these developments, journalist Joyce D's subpoenaed testimony regarding the Georgia fake electors sheds light on another facet of the case. Her account of encountering Republican electors engaged in a meeting raises questions about the veracity of their claims that it was an education meeting. The presence of video evidence and the discrepancy in the meeting's purpose contribute to the growing body of evidence that will be considered within the Fulton County case. In conclusion, the legal implications surrounding the former president's demands and interactions with Georgia election officials remain complex and multifaceted. As legal experts and law enforcement agencies prepare for potential charges, the evolving narrative underscores the importance of context, intent, and the broader political landscape in shaping the outcome of this legal endeavor.